Is Kyle is Kyle Shanahan smart or clever? And what's the difference?
He's clever. And the difference is that being clever, in my opinion, is knowing how to be tricky, knowing how to be where somebody's not, understanding what's coming, and preparing in a way where you can be inside of the gaps of the inertia, knowing the flow of something and understanding what's coming next and being prepared for it. And obfuscation, hiding in plain sight. That's being clever. But in my opinion, being smart is an application of your knowledge contemporaneously in the moment and being able to pull on that knowledge to perform, right? At will. That's being smart, right? Being clever is, and I'll put it into a nice analogy for you. Being clever is going to take a test and finding out the answers, writing down all of the letters on the inside of your hand, and holding your hand under the desk while the test is going on. That's clever. But
Yeah.
being smart is understanding that as long as I study and the knowledge that I know, I don't have to cheat and I don't have to
Right.
take the risk that being clever comes with because I can rely on myself in the moment. There's a
True.
confidence that comes with being smart because you
Yeah.
don't have to overcompensate for moments of triumph or success. And
Right.
I feel like a lot of times Kyle has been caught being clever,
Hmm.
right? And we've been sold on clever.
Hmm.
But the moves, when the dust settles and we ultimately see what they give us, you start to understand that, yeah, it was clever, but it was not smart. The
Hmm.
moves and the application of these things were not
It
smart.
was
And
clever to block Hassan Reddick with Tyler Croft, but it wasn't smart.
it was not smart. It was not smart. It's clever to put most of your money into all of the skill positions on your offense where you lead with receivers and ball carriers and running backs. But it's not smart to have five players on your offense make up for 3% of your cap and four offensive linemen and one
And your
last pick
quarterback.
quarterback.
Yeah.
That's not smart. Okay.
Yeah.
It's clever to go into the free agency and say, you know what? We're going to snatch the best D tackle that's going to be able to rush the tackle on the inside, right? That's clever. But it's
Hmm.
not smart to go and pay a boatload for that guy and lose Jimmy Ward, Charles Omenihu, and Samson Ekubom and kill the depth of your defense, which is the true mark of why
No,
the
the
defense
smart
is so
move
good.
is what Philly did. Let him go and replace him with Jalen Carter on a rookie deal. That's smart.
Because they understand. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Yeah.
feel as though that a lot of times throughout the year, we get caught up on a lot of the moves that are made with this team. And we think that we're the smartest people in the room. We're so clever. We can be
Yeah.
able to shirk the responsibility. Like right now, trying to go win a Super Bowl with the last pick in the draft and
Yeah.
resetting how people even look at quarterbacks. That's
Yeah.
clever, right?
Yeah.
We got our
Yeah.
guy. Why do that? Let's build around. But it only lasts until you got to run into the truth. You got to run into somebody who doesn't have to be clever. We don't got to fool you. We're the real deal. We're the actual real McCoy. So you can line us up and we don't have to trick you when we play you. We're going to have 5D linemen that are good enough to play against you guys across the board, and we're going to beat everybody's ass singularly. You can't be clever with that. Okay? You can't run play action and run all of these beautiful actions where let's go to CMC, Grant. Clever is what we've been seeing with CMC this year. Okay?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of the obfuscation, all of the great plays, all of the run fits, all of the numbers and the carries, using him as the tip of the spear. But smart is understanding that we're using him at a clip that's even higher than he had in Carolina. And he couldn't even stay healthy in Carolina. And we're expecting him to stay healthy until the rest of the year. That's not smart. Okay. So, what are we trading for? Are we trading for to have the coolest one liners in the room? We want to be cute. We want to be glitzy for now. But when we come against a team who actually runs the basic tenets of football against us, running the ball, stopping the run, and we can't even control all of that with all of the name fair and all of the geniuses that we have on our team, I feel like we're getting caught in kicking the can, even with what we did with the $42 million on our signing on our cap for the cap. Everybody's sitting here like, yo, we got $42 million in cap space. And you know what we did? We went and took the highest contracts and the oldest players on our team and we extended them all. Okay. That's clever because we created this fictitious cap room. All right. But it ain't smart. We got to
No.
pay those guys later, right? And then on top of that, with the room that we have, we got to pay the other guys in Brandon Ayuk and younger guys that are coming up. So what are we really doing? Are we really as smart as they say they are? Or are we just kicking the can and are we saying the chicken salad, turning chicken salad into chicken shit? I'm questioning.
Yeah, agree. And it's like Kyle's good with the script. He's prepared. He's clever. He has a nice opening script, but when he's in the game and something that he's not prepared for happens, when the game is close late, all of a sudden he doesn't seem so smart. His game management isn't that great. I mean, what he did at the end of the Browns game, like not getting a couple extra yards, like, and then letting Steve Wilkes call that zero blitz against the Vikings at the end of the first half. Kyle Shanahan said yesterday on the radio that, I should have called a timeout. I should have overruled that. Yeah, that would have been the smart thing to do. That would have been the smart thing to do. But what you did was you let it go, and then afterward you blame the defensive coordinator like he has the final say, which is, I guess, a clever way to shirk responsibility, but it's not.
It ain't smart.
It ain't
because
smart.
You know why it's not smart, Grant? Because now, Kyle, you don't even have the self-awareness to see yourself, brother. Just a couple of months ago, you threw your starting middle linebacker out there to face your fan base on why you got rid of your number 3 overall quarterback. That happened, okay? Yeah. And you were in the building when that happened. And not only were you in the building, you went and did a pre-recorded canned interview with the radio station.
Yep.
You did that. And then months later, you can stand there with your chest poked out and say, yeah, Wilkes know he screwed up on that. He know he messed up on that one. That's clever, Kyle. And then today, you go right on the radio and talk about how, oh, maybe I could have called the timeout again. That is clever for now.
Right, because it makes it seem like you're taking responsibility, but you could have just done it in the moment and been smart.
It ain't smart.
Ryan G. Hensley says, "What's up, fellas? Stop and chase seems problematic." Nah, it's cool. The Niners got Travarius Ward.
It's going to be a day. It's going to be a day.
Has Travarius Ward given the Niners what they hoped they were getting when they signed him?
No.
Neil says, "Are you still doing that show with Ray Ray?" Nah, I'm not going to do shows with players. Maybe a one-off here and there, but I'm not trying to be in business with players. I'm trying to be a journalist.